Hi, this is Errol. He's one of our middle-aged patients, and he comes in regularly. The last time he was in was 12 months ago, or a little bit over 12 months ago when he was vaccinated. So he's got a really caring owner who brings him in on a regular basis. And this time when she came in a few days ago, I noticed that Errol had a heart murmur. So in other words, the heart sounds abnormal when it beats, and I heard that with a stethoscope. Now, he's not showing any clinical signs at all. So he isn't coughing, he hasn't got exercise intolerance, he's fit and healthy, running around like crazy. But a heart murmur in a middle-aged cat is really, really dangerous. So it is just fantastic that his owner brings him in on a regular basis, because typically when you have a heart murmur in a middle-aged cat, the cause is cardiomyopathy. If you remember, the first ever Australian heart transplant patient, Fiona Coote, had cardiomyopathy. And there are three forms of cardiomyopathy, what's called hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, what's called dilated cardiomyopathy, and then what's called intergrade cardiomyopathy. So he's here today for two things, and let's just back up one sec. Cardiomyopathy can be managed, and if you get it really early, you can manage it much, much better than if you start managing it later. So the fact that he has got no clinical signs at the moment, the fact that he's here today to diagnose exactly the cause of the murmur and which of the three forms of cardiomyopathy he's got, means that we can start treating him really early. If this hadn't been picked up, if she wasn't such a diligent owner and this hadn't been picked up for 2 or 3 or 4 years, we're down the very narrow end of the funnel, the pointy end of the funnel, and there's not many treatment options available. So we're running a blood test on him today. Let me carry him with me. We're going to do two things today. One thing is we're going to do an ultrasound or an echocardiograph on his heart to work out, to have a look at his heart and analyse it properly. And the other thing is we're going to run this test called a feline pro-BNP. So that test measures for damage to the heart muscle, and that will help us diagnose Errol's problem. So anyway, we'll do the ultrasound shortly, we'll run that test, and then I'll give you an update on what we've found and where we're going from there. Hi, we're here again talking about Errol, and we've run the pro-BNP test, and it's positive. You have a look, there's 2 blue dots there, so that shows that he has got a damaged atrium. So his atrium is damaged, he has got cardiomyopathy, and we also did the ultrasound as I talked about, and that confirmed it as well. So now his owner is coming in this afternoon, and we're mapping out a home care plan that's going to help that heart spin out as long as possible and help him live as long as possible. We've got a really, really, really good chance of doing that just because we've caught the problem so early. So I thought this was an interesting case. Errol the cat with heart disease. See you on the next video.